two,
two, one,
one.
go.
Hello, everyone. It's Brett from Talking Through the Hat. Today, I'm joined by Chris, Adam, and Dalek. And it's episode 3, in case you didn't know that from the title. So, how are you guys? Sorry, I'm a terrible person.
I just, wanted to say out.
Okay, what do I have to change then to make it better for your standards?
You don't, because it's recording and this is going online. So carry on.
Oh, fantastic.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So let's get this. I'd just like to interrupt your hosting for 2 seconds and say that we have emails. Would you like me to read them now? I think we should because
Okay. You
that
post them
will
in the chat?
mean.
So, like I should...
What?
Post them in the chat then.
Hold on then. Carry on talking and I'll get to it. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
we're
how's
rotating
everyone?
hosts.
How's everyone
this is
doing
Talking
today?
to the Hat.
What? We'll talk at once, why don't we?
Yeah, and the microphone for the people at home.
Yeah, how's everyone doing today?
I'm doing good, Dalek. I'm doing very good.
Okay. Half 6. Watch the Hoobs, I think.
Hoops?
Yeah, the Hoobs. Hoobs are on every day, mate. On Channel 4.
Isn't
The Who's, isn't it? Yeah, isn't that like some kids program?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, it is. Hubba
What's
Hubba,
up?
Hoobland. Learning all kinds of facts.
Okay, we've got our emails. Are you ready?
Go on then. Go ahead, Brett.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, right. Yeah. I'm so good at this. Right. Hi there, Chris. I watched your gaming.
No,
Hey,
read
no,
the goddamn
I
thing.
can read that after.
Okay.
Right. Hi there, Chris. I watched your gaming channel, Run Twins. I assume that's how it's pronounced. I never saw it. And was a very big. That wasn't in the email. That was what I just said. And was a very big fan of it.
Oh,
And it's a shame you closed it down. Anyway, I was wondering if you could give me advice on what to do for my friend's birthday, since he's going to be 18 in July. And me and his mum were thinking about a house party or something. What do you think? So what do you think, Chris? Other than a terrible karma.
well, thank you for the email, Harry. Thank you for watching my channel.
You'll be glad to know that was not through an AOL email address. That was actually from a. It was from AIM.
Okay, if you guys are going to send me emails from AOL and just direct it to me, I'm going to start killing you, son of a bitches.
Let's just pretend he sent it from you from a Gmail account.
Okay,
Go.
well, cheers, Harry, for liking my gaming channel. Even though
That
I've
was-
closed it down, it's always good to hear people say they're a big fan of it. Adam knows what I mean because he has a YouTube channel. It's something special happens inside when someone likes your, I don't know what to call it, your work of art. So cheers, Harry, for that. And for the actual advice you want, so your friend's turning 18 in July. It really depends because I'm going to assume he's young.
You're going to assume he's 18.
Yeah, you're gonna assume he's 17.
I mean,
considering it
right.
does say.
Yeah, well, what am I on about? I'm going to assume that he's young for his year, and I'm going to assume that the majority of your friends are in your year based on school years. So September to when does the school year end?
No, it's not. He'll be college age.
Just
so-
assume they're all older than him because he's born so
Wouldn't
late.
you just say he should go to town like normal people do?
Yeah,
The
no,
thing
but
is-
no, he can have a house party and his mum's okay with it.
This is what
That's high level
yeah.
stuff.
this is what I'm going to say to you. Okay, you got two options to do really. If you're going to go the party direction, and that's to go to town at a house party. The house party is usually the better idea because you can pick who's there, type of thing, and
And booze is cheaper.
yeah. So you got all the
'Cause once
benefits.
everyone else is sufficiently drunk, you're going to steal theirs.
Stop taking my sections.
Sorry.
Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so yeah, the house party's a good idea to go, but you got to remember the negative, and that's the fact. When people get drunk, they get stupid. And you don't really want people being stupid around your stuff because that's how you end up breaking stuff. So it's sort of, if his mum's cool with it, go of the house party. That's a no-go thing because you don't have to clean up in the morning. His mum does. Or a better idea, if we're thinking about a party, I've made a new invention for you, my friend Harry. A new invention, a new sort of thing for birthday pies. It's called the surprise non-surprise party. Okay, you're going to make a rumor that you're holding a surprise party for him. So you're going to send emails and stuff and do stuff, but you don't actually make a surprise party. You know, you don't have any party at all. So when it's his birthday, he's expecting this massive, big surprise party because he's been hearing rumors on Facebook and stuff, and he gets nothing. And he's going to be so terribly pissed off and upset. You know,
That's fantastic.
that's a good thing to do. When that becomes famous, I would like that to be known as the Chris Party after me. But for now, it would be known as the Surprise Non-Surprise Party. Or, here's a cool idea. For party ideas, have you thought about, instead of having, well, you could have like a house party afterwards, but during the day, paintballing or go-karting?
+1 on that one.
Yeah, +1,
Yeah.
except for the
Invite us.
paintballing.
Send us your emails. Send us your emails.
We at Talking Through the Hat are always grateful for random invites from strangers over the internet.
Definitely.
No matter what it's for.
Go-karting. Or
Always go well.
paintballing. We love paintballing. Anyway,
It's expensive. Huh?
it's not that
It's
expensive.
painful. Like, I've seen people get
Paintballing
massive
is like
bruises.
one of the most fun things
It's
you can
insanely
possibly
fun.
do.
Yeah.
If you've got the money for it.
You've
Yeah,
got to
'cause-
remember as well, if you're going to paintballing and go-karting and you're all over 18, you are allowed to drink in most places when you do it, but you don't want anyone to drink excessively because they will kick you out if you do something stupid. And to be honest, getting drunk while you're paintballing or go-karting, that's retarded.
Yeah, it probably isn't a
It's
good
for
idea.
drink driving.
Yeah, basically.
But it's
And,
private property, so there's no laws against you drinking and going on go-karts. But don't do it, to be honest, because that's how people get hurt. And
Yes.
you don't want to be spending your 18th birthday in the AR room.
Well,
Do you not mean?
Yeah.
Anyway,
A&E.
well,
we'll
yeah.
just call it. We'll
Well,
just
if
call
you're
this part.
getting-
You don't
this
want to be in the hospital.
This
You don't wanna
podcast's
be in
going to be
the
called AR Room. We've just decided.
well, if you
Also-
get drunk in a paintball place, won't the paint go all over the beer? And then you...
No, because you're not with paintbrushes. You're with guns and you're firing at them.
And you don't drink
Did I tell
while
you
you're
about that guy?
fighting. You know, you don't just like take off your mask halfway through and drink a bit. You know, it's during the halfway times when you're back at HQ. Yeah. Here's another thing as well. If you don't drink often, because I'm going to go under the assumption that you are a bunch of nerds, because I can, and you listen
Charming.
to our podcast. So, if you don't drink often, I'm going to give you the advice not to drink excessively. If this is like the first time you're going to start drink heavenly, because you're going to end up being sick. Because everyone be sick the first time they get proper drunk. It's just what happens because you don't know how much your body can intake, and you end up doing something retarded. So yeah, a word of advice: don't drink too much. Just have fun, you know. Do fun things. Drink a little. Send us invites if you're going paintballing or go-karting. We'll definitely go. Probably. It depends if you're paying.
That would be pretty awesome if someone invited us to a party, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to invite you to our sort of
We'd like to invite-
skydiving / action sports, everything, multi-million-pound birthday bash. You into it? Yeah, go for it.
Paintballing while
You've
on
asked
go-karts.
my advice, goddammit. If you're going to ask my advice, this isn't free. You've got to invite me to the party. Okay? We're going to have to, you know. If it's paintball, I'd love that. I'd be like a VIP. I'll be going there, everyone will know who I am. They'll all be shouting out, Chris Burt, Chris Burt, Chris Burt. Also,
I think we should get on to the next email.
wait a second. I love you, Harry, for the fact that you never said hi there, guys, or hi there, talking through the hat people. You just said your email was hi there, Chris. Just completely ignore the fact that we're a podcast and just direct email to me.
Is he a fan of yours? Do you remember anyone who goes by the name of? I can't remember.
I don't know, because I never used to get like emails from people because it was a gaming channel. I never asked for emails and I didn't read any of my messages.
So if you're listening to this, which hopefully you are, give us an email back telling us how like you came across this podcast because it'll be interesting to know how you got from
I'm
Chris's
assuming
content.
he probably, because we had sort of a connection thing going on, didn't we, from my channel to your channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we did a lot of plugging ourselves. So it was probably from that. Thank you, Harry. Thanks for the good comments, for loving my YouTube channel, even though it stopped. And thanks for sending us an email in.
And
change your email address.
send us an email back if you want Chris to start his channel again, because I'm sure he will. Not.
I do have all the equipment, so I could actually start.
And now he has a microphone as well.
Yeah. I'm not going to start it again, though. Let's just read the second email. Go on, Brett.
Anyway, speaking of plugging ourselves, send us your email at talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com. Isn't it .com? I'm going to assume it's .com.
.com. It's
Yeah,
.com.
Yeah. Be in the
Talkingthroughthehat
description
at
or...
gmail.com.
Okay, second email. You were talking about TV series in your last episode. I noticed you only recommended American series, which go on for ages. What is your fave British sitcom?
Well, to be fair to us, last episode we did talk about Sherlock Holmes. What is
I mean, I'll talk about
British one?
Sherlock. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really
so,
a sitcom, though, although despite being funny at times.
the thing is, the only sitcom that's going from head now is Only Fools and Horses. And he said that all American series go on for ages. I think Only Fools and Horses is the
Yeah.
longest sitcom I've ever seen.
There's
Yeah.
IT Crowd, though. That's not very long, and British sitcom.
Yeah.
I don't
And
really-
far superior to the American version they tried to make, which was...
I think Owen wants me to mention a TV series called Beaver Falls that's on E4 because
Just advertised, but I never watched it.
Owen is a person I talk to on Skype. Well, I did talk to on Skype a lot, and then he sort of loves Beaver Falls. So yeah, there's a little shout out for you, Owen. Beaver Falls. Well, basically, it was pretty cool. It's sort of like it wanted to be like an American Pie thingamajig. You could tell it was going through like the Three Guys and all this stuff. I mean, yeah. So
I have no idea what the premise of the show is.
basically, they go to a summer camp
Okay.
and they go and help out, and then it's just like chaos and
Saucy.
romance and all this, everything like that. Yeah. So that's Beaver Falls on E4. Check it out on the on
Already?
YouTube. I don't think it's available anymore because it's quite old. But anyway, yeah, go for it, Brett. Take over the show.
Yeah. Yeah, British sitcoms. We was talking about that? Because
Yeah, we're still going to talk
ones I can
about
think of, IT Crowd, as I said. For Only Fools and Horses, as you said. Red Dwarf, which has been broadcast for ages, but they made a channel on YouTube recently, which I'm not sure if it's been updated or not. And there should be Black Books as well.
Blackbirds.
Yeah, Black Books with Dylan Moran, the
No clue.
angry Scottish guy.
The only angry Scottish guy I know is Frankie Boyle.
Ah. Oh, that DVD was fantastic. Oh, but yeah, In Betweeners. If you haven't seen that, then you're wasting your life.
Okay, yeah, there's one right there. But you got to admit, it is slightly overrated.
Yeah,
Slightly.
It's not that good, I don't think.
fourth season was not that great.
Everyone like, yeah, it's amazing, it's so funny. Yeah, it was alright. It was.
That's it. I wouldn't say it was amazing. It wasn't like it.
There was some
made
bits where you're like, that's pretty funny, and yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't like all it was cracked out to be.
It's not like oh yeah, this is legendary, like what everyone said. But like in 5 years' time, I'm going to completely forget about that TV show and never think about it. It's just one of the things that you can stick on the telly. And you're like, haha, that's kind of funny. You see so much of it. You know, it's nothing that big, to be honest. In Betweeners, I could think of 100 and other different sitcoms that are better.
And the movie was basically just a longer episode, really.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch
It really was.
I haven't seen it.
I wouldn't waste your time watching it, to be honest.
It wasn't that bad.
I know, it's just not great. It's just like
It just
what
wasn't good.
what you expect to happen in between this movie happens. I mean, it's just the same old every episode, really, isn't it? It's just like they get themselves into some absurd
Not
situation.
really.
It is. Prove it.
Okay, watch two different episodes.
What?
You can watch two different episodes and they don't do the same thing. I can't prove it by talking. I should really go through what happens in each episode, which won't happen because I can't remember what happens in each episode.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
love the fact that we've got loads of American. We got loads. I love the fact we probably got one American listener who's there like, what the fuck are they talking about? What's the in-betweeners?
Yeah.
Google it.
It's basically like a British American Pie, except not.
Yeah,
Really, it's a coming-of-age story type of thing.
Yeah.
A bunch of kids who are becoming adults,
Yeah.
and
It's
they
like
fuck everything up, pretty much.
pretty much.
That's the
And it's
best
gone. Yeah.
description.
it's a fantastic summary, really.
Speaking of everything getting effed up, I watched a random sort of uplifting documentary on Netflix. It was called Countdown to Zero. Have any guesses what it was about?
Nuclear explosions.
Death.
Yeah, have you seen it, Chris?
No, it's just
It-
countdown to zero. It just
Pretty much, it's just like some documentary about the world ending, and it's like, oh, fantastic. And
It's
apparently
gonna
there
happen
was
soon, guys. It's coming. It's
it's
coming.
a coming.
It's a coming.
Apparently there was
It's
something.
2012.
That's
You're fine.
our logo, our motto here.
That's a good point.
But the
Speaking
end
of
is nigh.
just quickly, speaking of logos, we're in the process of designing a logo, and there's been various sort of ideas that have popped up. But I want to know what you guys think we should put in our logo. We've had this sort of idea of having a top hat with certain images around it. Haven't been decided yet. And yeah, so if you have any idea for a design, feel free to send it to us at
Yeah, if you want to
Talking Through
make
the Hat.
us a design, send it in, and we'll tell you if it's good. We'll be quite honest. We'll tell you if it's shit as well. I'm joking. We won't even talk about it.
It needs to be a thumbnail size. So if you could manage that, yeah. So go ahead, Brett. Take your show back.
Sorry, I just had a cough then. It was terrible. I'm sure I said that after doing it. But yeah, the image Dalek just linked. Anyone following the court case on that? I'm referring, of course, to
Oh,
the
we're talking. We've moved on to Breivik, have we?
yeah,
Okay.
Breivik.
Okay, so just bear in mind that this is quite a sensitive topic, so yeah, we don't
Yeah,
want to really
so
be making,
Chris, calm your jets.
yeah, don't be like making jokes because even though he is a bit of a moron. Anyway,
When
yeah,
you say that, he's got his views and opinions, which is
oh my God, getting controversial.
no, but in case you didn't know, Breivik was, I want to say, Norwegian. I want to say
Yeah,
Norwegian.
he was.
Saying Norwegian.
It blew up the
Oz was in Oslo, I think. He killed 77 people, 8 with a bomb, and the rest with guns on an island. He killed a lot of young.
But just to
people.
point out, he is not insane. Apparently,
No. He is fine. He is not insane.
He's
in
not
the
insane.
slightest.
He's
You can't go-
actually suing the doctor who called him insane. He's actually got a law team now trying to sue the person who called him insane. So I actually think he might be insane because being called insane is the only thing that's going to get him out of jail. However, he's suing the person who's calling him insane. This is insane
What he
ascension.
wants from the
Yeah, but there's been
court
something.
is that they want him to give him the death sentence or be acquitted.
Well, he
nothing
didn't want
else.
the death sentence, but he said getting the
No,
maximum years they can get is 21, and he says if they give him that, then pretty
Well,
much
they're
he says the
pushing
whole
out.
system's screwed. Yeah. So he said he thinks he should get away with it because apparently his crime isn't bad. However,
It's
if he does
just.
get, yeah, if he wants justice, if he does get it, and he wants to.
But didn't he say that like he wants to be he wants to get a bad punishment to symbolize how bad his things were, and like not for effect, but for like
No, he said if he's getting punished, then
he
he
wants
wants it to
to
be
be yeah
death.
he wants
He
it to be like the
death
ultimate, doesn't
because
he? Yeah.
The
Yeah, but he's
maximum
death or
sentence, the maximum sentence you can get in Norway,
25.
21 years.
But it can be extended repeatedly.
Can it? The thing
Yeah.
is,
Even if
They can
he
basically
was
extend that sentence to life, but not in one go. So he's considered a danger to the public still. Public, even. Not
which I'm pretty sure they're not going to have any problems getting him back into prison, considering
Yeah.
he murdered a bunch of people on an island. To be
the
honest.
thing is, if you were him, okay, and you got stuck in prison for 21 years, would you really want to get out when it's over? When he's gone and killed?
You would just boom headshot, wouldn't you? Really? You just
You'd get, there would
He's
be
surprised he
lynching.
didn't die during the bomb and the killing.
say again.
He was surprised that he didn't die.
Yeah.
After
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah,
like,
he was like
if we had a 5% chance of surviving,
he was surprised he
Don't
didn't get killed by unarmed children on an island. Oh, great.
more by his own bomb.
Well, yeah.
He managed to do 3 bombs.
Didn't he
That was so
remotely
much
blow that
effort.
up? Again, this is pretty much talking through the hat, talking about stuff we don't have a clue about. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Well,
politics, yo. How does it work?
We're a genius at politics. We're actually better than politicians. David Cameron actually listens to this podcast
for
to get critical
inspiration.
advice. Yeah, I shouldn't really be saying that because we probably can get in trouble for saying David Cameron listens to it. But what the hell?
Increase the pasties.
Talking through the hat, the #1 podcast listened to by David Cameron himself. So tune in and see what he listens to.
We're
What
rated
that sounds
by it.
like now.
We're going to get an email from like the Conservative Party, and they're going to be like, if you don't take this podcast down, we're going to sue you. I don't know what they'll do. Well, they're technically.
Firebomb you.
That might be an interesting thing to talk about because we kind of know what to talk about, but not. I don't think
sued
many
by
Americans.
Conservatives.
No. I don't think many Americans will know how our system works in terms of because they have all this presidential election crap, don't they? So do you want to, Chris? I know you're into this sort of stuff a little bit, aren't you?
Political system.
Yeah.
It's quite like the Americans, but it's just like we've got counties. Not counties. What do we have? We have
Constituencies.
voting
Yeah.
states or things, whatever you want to call them, voting areas. but ours are like 50 times smaller because we're like 50 times smaller country than yours.
Neighbours can
How-
be in different zones.
Yeah, and how it works is that everyone in the zone will vote for who they want their MP to be, and their MP will be a member of Parliament. So they'll be voting for all the issues that happen and all that. And the idea is they need to get as many MPs, well, they need to get a majority of their MPs in power. What I think's 180 or something, isn't it? They need to get in power.
I have no
Well,
clue.
They need half.
They need a majority.
Yeah, they need a majority, so they need 51% to actually get in power. So they need 51% of the areas to vote and get one of their people in. So the three main parties, well, the two main parties are Labour and Conservatives, and there's a third party that isn't as popular, however, has quite a bit of power now, called the Liberal Democrats. Because what happened in our last election was neither the Conservatives or the Labours got a majority, so one of them had to go to the Lib Dems, what was the Conservatives, and they made a coalition government. So they joined together their people, so they did have a majority.
Except the only thing about that that's bad is you pretty much have to do like trade-offs because because one side will be like we want to do this and the other will be like actually
Well, that's
if
what's
you
meant to
if you,
happen.
The student loans.
if you alter it a little bit then we're okay with it. So it's
That's
sort
what's
of
meant to happen. But the leader of the Lib Dem parties, his name is Nick Clegg, and he doesn't have a spine.
and thanks to him, let me just explain it. Thanks to him, I no longer have to pay £3,000 a year for higher education. I now have to pay 9,000, and that's purely based on his decision when he has on record for saying he will not raise university prices. So therefore, the majority of students who are going to university have a strong dislike towards Nick Clegg of the Liberal Democrat Party.
He's a
And
cock.
you may,
Like when all the students got mad and started smashing stuff up in London, like last year.
or as Homer Scott would say, the
Yeah,
right.
this hasn't been a very good government.
Yeah.
This hasn't been a very good government. We've had quite a few riots with this government already.
They already had a good government, to be fair.
But the Labour Party,
Yeah.
there wasn't anything that bad of them. You know, we had a problem.
We only got sent to war. Nothing.
Yeah, we went to several wars.
Look at
No
this,
reason.
okay?
The economy went down the shitter. Just got worse.
But apart from that, it's all fine and dandy.
Since the
Unemployment's
Conservatives
a record
came-
high. You know, it's all good. It's all good.
Since the Conservatives and the Lib Dems have come in power, we've had 2 massacres, okay, and we've had 2 different riots.
Yeah, but massacres are
And
random.
an increase in the price
Yeah,
of
but-
plastics.
Yeah, but you can't really win though. That's the thing. Like, you know, with all the elections and whatnot, they say, yeah, we'll do this and that and all of this, but the thing is though, they don't do any of that once they're
Yeah,
in power.
everyone lies when
So
it comes into elections. Look at the Americans; they have it worse. Obama came in power, free health care. We're going to have. We're going to bring our soldiers home. It's like good
but he
job.
doesn't do it, but he sends more into Afghanistan, and he
Yeah.
gets Nobel Peace Prize award or something.
That's because Obama failed.
That is a bit random, isn't it? The fact that he got the Peace Prize.
Yeah.
What for?
He hasn't done
being
anything
a black
peaceful. He
president.
sent people in to
Literally.
die.
Of course. And but the thing is, everyone's going to know of Obama now because 1, he was the first ever black president, and 2, he was the guy who killed Osama bin Laden. You know,
Well, not really. I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure the Marine killed him.
yeah.
the Navy SEALs.
It's
He's
like,
gonna be the
okay,
man-
so you can go into there and kill him.
Even
But for excuse me, for all we know is he could be still alive because they didn't release any actual picture of his body.
They wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but why?
Didn't they like?
The thing is,
bury
they'll look
the-
like
They
idiots.
photoshopped it though. That's the thing. That's what makes it more suspicious, and which is why I
Wait a
don't.
second. This isn't a conspiracy theory podcast.
Oh, for God's
Soon
sake.
turning into one.
Let's grab onto our tinfoil hats, ladies and gentlemen, as we go down conspiracy theory road.
Let's get on. Let's go for the facts. Okay.
Conspiracy lane.
He is
Follow the
dead.
yellow bit conspiracy.
Osama bin Laden is dead. The American government at no point would make a lie saying he's dead when all Osama had to do was make a video recording saying I'm still alive and make the US government look idiots for trying.
And just
Yeah,
put,
but-
and just put a huge troll face and be like, "Trollolololo."
that's all he has to do. You know.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you know, they could not release it because after all, they do control the media.
No, they control the media, but they don't control stuff like Twitter and blogs and all that. And even the Taliban and Al Qaeda have came around and said, yeah, he's dead, but we're still going to fuck you guys up, so don't think it's over. You know. It wasn't like, oh yeah, let's just pretend Osama's dead. That's going to be funny, isn't it? Ha ha ha. We've killed Osama, you know. Obama isn't like, what's the best April Fools I can come up with? Oh, let's pretend I killed Osama. It would be just like my birth certificate troll, but this troll is actually going to be, you know, we're going to have thousands of people outside the White House shouting out USA. Then I'm just going to come out the next morning and be like, Osama isn't really dead. Woo!
That exact sound effect, just.
That's a way to win the trust of the American people, though, isn't it? Lie to them and then come out and say, actually, it was a lie, which is essentially all he's done the whole time. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So if you want to send your emails in, email us at talkingtothehat@gmail.com.
We're going to keep plugging talkingtothehat@gmail.com until we get more emails.
That's the thing we will do.
Chris is disconnected, so we need to think of something to talk about. Oh, there he is. He's back. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Oh, his microphone's deteriorated again, so 1 second.
Just kick him.
Hopefully my Pamela stopped. Oh, good. Pamela hasn't stopped recording. Hold on. There's Christopher.
So yeah.
Hello, Chris.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Speak a little bit louder if you could.
Hello.
There we go. It's perfect. Anyway, let Brett get on with the show.
Still quality. Yes, because it's all down to me now, which isn't very good.
It's your show, Brett. Come on.
No, I'm the host.
This can go any way you want, Brett. This is your show.
I am. I like the power, but I don't know what to do with it. I'm like everyone in politics. Actually, I know what to do.
Do you think this is the problems Hitler had? Do you think this is like, you know, when Hitler gained power, he was like, I don't know what to do with the power?
No, I think he knew what to do with the power pretty well. He was a pretty good leader. No, to be fair, right? No, he was a terrible person, but a fantastic leader.
He was a terrible person, but he was a genius. I'll give you that. He was a very bad military commander, though, because he was probably the main reason why they lost World War II.
Like Brevik, he's a terrible person, but he's really quite smart.
He's not really. He took a gun and killed children on an island. How's that smart?
I'm not saying that's smart. I'm saying he's
done some very good...
I just say he was a terrible person straight away.
He came up with the Autobahns, what's pretty much made motorways and all that. You know, the Volkswagen Beetle, one of the most well-known cars. You know, that was made by the Nazis.
I forgot about Brevik. I was like, what?
They fall under the same category, to be fair, but...
Nazis and Brevik. He said himself, he hasn't called himself a Nazi. He said, I think 2% of the population of Norway be foreign. And the rest have to be Norwegian.
He's an idiot, that guy is. Let's not,
Yeah.
Someone who goes and does a terrorist attack, where I don't think any minorities were killed in it, then says the terrorist attack was to defend normal people from minorities. You're retarded. You know. That is honestly the most stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The reasoning behind it was that they were part of the Labour Party, coincidentally, and they were lobbying for multiculturalism.
Yeah, but he didn't. You know, if you're going to do an attack, okay, I'm not saying you should do it because any attack is bad.
But before this, you're talking about making attacks on stuff.
Yeah, don't go and do attacks. I'm not advising this. But if you are, okay, you do targeted killing. So what he should have done was actually targeted people. You do not go and kill 77 people with 40 of them being children.
No, he wanted to target the ex-Labour leader, but
isn't that the whole point of terrorism? You cause terror.
Yeah, but
clues in the name.
He shouldn't have been a terrorist. You know, you can't. There's a thing you can not be political if you're going to be a terrorist. You can say that, but you can't. Okay, the moment you start killing innocent people, you're no longer political. Okay, but if you do political targeted killing, you can stay political, but you can't do both. You can't be a terrorist and political. It just doesn't work because you lose all your sympathy straight away.
I'm not sure he's looking for sympathy.
There's some deep discussion going on in today's episode of Talking Through the Hat. Send us an email now, Jay.
We'd really like your email from the crazy guy. So if he's actually listening to this in prison and he's like...
Brevik, if you've got email access in your custom-made prison with...
It's not custom-made, it's the standard stuff.
Is it?
Yeah.
But they have good prisons anyway.
One bed, one shitter, desk, chair, window.
After your 9 o'clock shower raping session, if you feel like emailing us, please do it at Talking...
No, he's not a rapist. He's just a mass murderer.
Come on, he must be getting raped. There must be some sort of minority prisoner in Norway who's going, oh, look at that guy over there. Oh, yeah. We hope.
So we've gone from what topics today so far?
I don't even
Actually,
know.
no.
We're just going
What-
for it.
Yeah.
No, the sitcoms
Oh, we've
uh,
gone to sitcoms to Breivik to Hitler to prison rape.
from the party as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we've gone from parties to rape,
Oh.
which is obviously the natural progression of things with alcohol.
That could be, the theme of your party. You can have a rape
For
party.
rape victims. Everyone's in fancy
That's
dress.
a new meaning to surprise party.
Anyway.
But yeah, you cannot be a terrorist as well as political. It just doesn't work. Even though most terrorists say they're political, it doesn't really work. The Irish tried it, but what ended up happening in Ireland was that most of the Irish ended up hating the IRA because the IRA kept killing Irish people. You got to target who you're killing if you're going to be a political.
Completely hypothetically, of course.
Yeah, I'm not telling you to do it because at any point when you're killing someone in a political matter, you're not being political.
And
Because
that's the only reason you
politics,
shouldn't do it.
yeah,
Politics.
politics is all about, it's about diplomat, democracy, and all that. The word is bigger than the gun. All that bullshit, Oscar Wilde and whatever. Either
And
way,
Iron Sword.
I would like to think that we are more civilized in our society now, that people don't feel the need to kill people to get their points across. But people are sad enough they do it,
No,
happy
people
to.
always kill other people. It is the way we are.
As long as there's two people on this planet, there's going to be a war going on somewhere. As long as there's two people on this planet, there will be a war going on. Because at some point, I think we are programmed as people to actually, go to war with each other over the most ridiculous things. Anything we can think about, we'll just go to war.
Yeah.
There doesn't even have to be a reason about it. We've had wars before in our history where there's just been no reason. We've had wars about land, religion. There's a
The Crusades.
long list of things. We've had crusades. Was the worst part of our, the European religions where we've had the Catholics and all that, and they've literally gone to what we call the Holy Land, Jerusalem, and they just massacred loads of Muslims. And that is one of the main reasons why we have such a bad Middle Eastern terrorist problem at the moment, because most of the Muslim book, what's it called, the Quran or whatever,
Quran.
yeah, that's it, is actually filled with Catholic hatred to them, because the book was rewritten during the Crusades. And obviously during the Crusades, we were the bad.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we apologise. I can't
you
really
might.
say I apologise for everyone in Europe, but I apologise for my hair. The biggest problem we have nowadays is the terrorism attacks and the situation with Muslims in the Western world, and that was all developed purely from us. We as Westerners were the people who did crusades where we just massacred people just for the one simple reason they didn't believe in what we believed in. Even though our religion,
God is better than your God. Die, heathen! Yeah, sorry.
even though their God was, Muslim, your religion's a lot older than ours. So in all fairness, if anything, you should be the ones telling us that our one is batshit crazy. Fair point.
Just everything needs a creator, and ours came from nothing. It was logic.
Well, ours came from, a man called Jesus.
Yeah, but where did Jesus come from?
2,000 years ago.
God. Where did God come from? Himself. Outside of space and time, son. Because he's Doctor Who. Anyway, about terrorist attacks. What's going to happen at the Olympics? Guaranteed something's going to get blown up.
Like, let's go from terrorism to the biggest target of 2012.
They got some pretty
It's
tight
Oxford
security there,
boat
so
race.
nothing's going to happen.
2 times this year, we've had British jets just flying at supersonic speeds because of terrorist attacks, just because it's leading up to the Olympics, and we're pretty sure someone's going to try fucking it up. This is like
Jimmy
every
Fahey,
terrorist.
'cause that Trenton guy fucked up the Oxbridge boat race.
Something's probably going to happen somewhere. It depends.
Trenton!
The thing, we know what's going to happen. There's going to be some sort of thing go on wrong with the Olympics, probably terrorist-wise. It's just how severe
reckon there's a bomb underneath the
Feels to be.
stadium.
I think this discussion is getting a bit too ridiculous now. Can we move
Yeah.
on?
It's not getting ridiculous. You're getting
Fine.
ridiculous.
What about the Olympics itself then?
Yeah, let's talk about the Olympics.
Who's got tickets?
I haven't. I didn't even apply.
Nope, not worth it really. I mean, the thing, there's no point really because,
Bit of that
like,
That's all I need.
okay, so, going to live events like that, depending what it is, I don't really see the point because, for example, Grand Prix, you just see like cars go by and then you just wait for them to come round again. But I don't know how the Olympics will work, either one race finishes or something and then you go to the next one, or is that just it? I don't know.
The Olympics is
I think no,
kind
it's
of weird
loads
anyway.
there's loads of different buildings. You don't just go to one place. You don't get like the 100-meter
the
sprinters turning up
Olympics
to the.
will cost
Yeah,
you
they don't swim around the track.
There's not the swimmers don't turn up to the 100-meter sprint. Like, dude, where's
Just
the
the
water
same
gone?
gets flooded.
Where-
That'd be much better.
They're like, where's
I'd
the
love
water?
to see that.
There's a thing I read though.
They're sealed off. Water
This
floods
might
in.
be kind of interesting. You know how the biggest problem that people have who are anti-Olympics in the UK is the fact of the cost of it?
Yeah.
I was reading this article. I think it was The Guardian. I'm not too sure though, so don't sue me, Guardian, if I'm wrong. They had an article there about how we should have the Olympics on its own island, sort of like, I don't know where. There must be an island big enough for it. There's loads of big islands that are uninhabited. But everyone who takes part in the Olympics would pay into the funds to keep it maintained. So every 4 years we'll have the Olympics in the same place. However, it'd be like its own sort of country, if you get what I mean. So sort of
Yeah. So in
Island of
it has to
Olympic.
pay money for it.
yeah. So it's not like, oh yeah, it's going to the UK. So the UK have to now pay £6 billion to fund the Olympics. It's just sort of
Like
everyone
2
has
weeks.
everyone has to pay the the 200 million or whatever to get into the Olympics. Everyone pays their price, and the Olympics is in the same place every year.
Yeah, but that'd be boring because the whole point, one of the main points of the Olympics is that it triggers growth in the economic rate, if you like, because think of the changes that's happened in like Eastern London, especially with like the clearing out of all like, the crappy water down
some
that
of
massive.
those flats, man.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
just.
Christ.
I think it's great because it's sort of right. It's basically saying right, we need to sort our stuff out.
Yeah, but now we've got like a load of problems.
The relatives are coming. We need to sort out the stuff we have in this country that's wrong. Well,
But now
in
we've got
terms
loads
of,
of problem though, because after all this stuff has been built, so we've now got stadiums just sitting in East London, and it's kind of like,
yeah, but they're going to be turned into sports
what
and
are we going to
community
do with it
centres.
now?
It's what would you rather have, that or what was there before? I think we all know what.
Just not have the Olympics when we're
I
paying
don't
so much
live in
money.
London. I don't care what's there.
Yeah, I don't. You know,
But yeah, but it creates new jobs for the people that. I'm just thinking of it from a economically, whatever the word is, thing, because it's sort of,
Just from an economic standpoint.
yeah, that's the one.
the thing is though, it's actually worse off for us if you look at it economically. We're not making money off the Olympics at all. We're losing a lot of money.
Unless like
No.
some eccentric billionaire from China wants to buy the stadium,
And if you do, send us an email to talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com.
We're
and
taking
we will send
commission
you
off
the
top of it.
stadium post.
It's kind of like, did you hear? There's a story of when like America was first made, and they wanted to buy a London Bridge. I don't know, some rich American, and we sold it to them.
My dad was talking about this today. They got the wrong one, didn't they?
They bought the wrong bridge because there was a smaller wooden bridge called the London Bridge, and we actually sent that over to America. But they thought, the big bridge on the Thames.
Tower Bridge.
Yeah, that's it, Tower Bridge. That's what they thought they was buying, but it turned out they was just buying this shitty bridge that we called the London Bridge.
I don't want to be stereotypical, but it's kind of hard.
This is
Go
a
do
big
your
moral lesson.
research.
Don't buy something if you don't know what it is. Yeah, research. Okay, because we could just sell something now and we'd be called like, oh yeah, it's the London Olympic Stadium, and it could literally just be a model of it, and we'd be like, haha, it was £2 billion.
Sucks to be you.
So if any of you want to buy the London Olympic Stadium, we're selling it, £2 billion. Not a model, it's the real site.
Send us an email, talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com.
I laugh if we actually get an email from someone who's like, are you seriously selling it? Like, how did you buy it? Or how do you have the rights to sell it? Yeah. Don't
It was built on all my
be an
farmland.
idiot. Don't send us an email.
I might
Middle of
consider.
London.
Do you reckon I should be one of those podcasts like when we put so many episodes up and the bandwidth goes like over a certain limit? Do you reckon I should turn it into one of those podcasts that goes, please donate and go to netflix.com/talk with the hat.
No, we're just do product placement. You know,
No,
where
for the
we
love
like,
of God, don't
We
turn
need. I
into.
can't. I'm
It's
not meaning to,
Netflix/bacon.
we've got ages until that actually happens, like months,
yeah,
but
we've
still.
got loads of time. And it's not like, you know,
Netflix sucks anyway.
we can just rate Den and smell beautiful because we are the official sponsors of Lynx deodorant.
Literally have all the cans on my shelf behind me.
Uh,
That's how
yeah, that's
classy
what
I
we're gonna do.
am.
We're gonna do product
And
placement.
Old
You know.
Spice. Fuck
I
you.
don't think product placement works over over a podcast. You can't go, I'm holding a can of Lynx.
You can do it on
no.
TV. There's Sony,
Yeah.
Sony.
Give me a second,
Real
guys.
stuff.
Give me a second, guys. I'm going to light up my Mayfair Super King cigarette, the #1 cigarette brand in the UK. Yeah. We can do product placement. Hey, Brett, what are you doing? It's good for you to ask, Chris. At the moment, I'm playing the new Call of Duty game. It is arguably the best game I've ever played. Oh, Brett, that sounds cool. Where can I?
5 out of 10 by IGN, just if you wanted to know.
I mean, 10 out of 10.
Whatever.
No,
It's Call of Duty, that's fine.
That's cool. Where can I
25
buy
out of 10,
it, Brett? Oh, that's a good question as well, Chris. You can
Well, you
get
I
could've
heard
bought
it's
it.
available
Games.
from Amazon,
Hey,
Play.com, and any good game store.
That's what we can do. We're just doing very shitty voices as well if anyone pays us to do it. So we literally do it like that.
Thirsty. Let me quench it with a nice can of Dr. Pepper. The Coca-Cola Company.
Like the JML thing. Try the new Dr. Pepper, as told by Brett.
Try the new Dr. Pepper. Specifically designed to clean up your kitchen floors. That's all JML is. It's just kitchen appliances. And cleaning
Look.
products.
And cars now.
Oh, they do cars now.
No, as in
The car
stuff for your cars.
Yeah, not actual cars.
Not a self-cleaning car that cleans the kitchen as well, no.
So I wouldn't like to see like JML at like, was it at Formula One? I was trying to go rally. I can't think of any. But yeah, now it's gone awkwardly quiet. I'm still talking. I'm not sure I like this.
That's a problem I think we have. Is it's like you're trying to talk and you just expect someone to interrupt you, and it's just like
Yeah, but it's better than when we were recording our podcast. It was like, so Chris, what do you think? We had to ramble on, and then whenever it was like,
our tech podcast was amazing. God damn it, it was amazing.
I've
Oh.
never heard a single episode.
is it still on the
Still on your YouTube channel.
I mean, yeah, of course it's on YouTube.
Do you want to plug it?
No thanks.
Not really.
Do you want me to plug it?
No thanks. Brett, it's your show. You plug whatever the hell you want.
Even
What
if
do
it
I
is
plug? I don't have any YouTube channels.
shitty product placements, we're not making money off. I've
Yeah,
already.
I'll
I've
plug
already
ourselves again.
I think
Send
it's
your
about
emails
time. It's,
into
isn't it?
Who wants to talk now, me or you?
I think we should get Dalek to do one of his rants again. We need to give him a topic, and Dalek can just ramble on again.
Okay, before all of you switch off because of that, I'll just plug ourselves again. If you'd like to send your emails in to talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com.
Your emails will be read out. Every single email will be read. Every single email will be read out on the show. So get your emails in, and you'll be on the show, and you'll get a reply. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So Dalek, okay.
Wait a second. I've got a cool thing.
I've been very quiet this episode.
Yeah, stay that way. I've got a cool thing going on now. Okay.
Oh, was
I've
this
got
is
a
the
top
idea you told
10
me earlier?
list.
No,
No, you're going to like this top 10 list because earlier I was just trolling you.
Is it the same list?
So- Today, on the
Hear Chris
really
out.
famous YouTube channel, AdzProductions, I saw a video about the coolest games he's played for his lifetime. So I've came up with a top 10 list of Chris Burt. I really feel this needs a bigger introduction, like music and fireworks
If you
and stuff.
type in, I'll
This is the top 10 list of Chris Burt's favourite video games through his life. Okay,
something like that.
Yes, yeah.
okay. So Brett will do the countdown of the numbers, and I'll say the games afterwards.
We're going 10 to 1, yeah.
You got to go like number of 10.
Yeah. Proper
Number
back-
10.
Number 10.
I think we should let Dalek do it because he hasn't spoken much this whole
Oh,
episode.
okay, you can do it.
Oh,
I'll speak much more next time.
You can do the numbers for me, Dalek. We'll start at number 10. Ready when you are.
Number 10.
Star Wars: The Old Republic, the newest MMORPG to be made by Bio. The newest? It's the only MMORPG to be made by BioWare. But yeah, that's number 10. Star Wars: The Old
Ding dong
Republic.
Banu.
Number
That's
9.
The Splinter Cell series. I decided not to just say a single Splinter Cells because it's just easier just to say the franchise because they're pretty much all the games are the same, aren't they? So yeah, the Splinter Cell series.
Number 8.
The James Bond series. The James Bond series.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well,
Is there an echo in the room? I heard it twice.
because my number guy isn't very good at continuing with the numbers.
Number
Take over.
7. Wait, which one are we on?
Yeah, we're number 7. We're number 7. Do it again.
Number 7.
Battlefield / Medal of Honor. The cool game brought to you by DICE.
Number 6.
The Command and Conqueror series.
Dalek, that's you.
Number 5.
Do you like space aliens? Well, number 5 is Halo. Halo.
Dalek, it's you. Dog.
Number 4.
Number 4, the greatest action FPS ever to be brought to the world. It's Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Oh shit. Number 3.
Are you a nerd who stays home in your mom's basement? Number 3's for you. It's World of Warcraft.
I don't know that one was coming.
That was actually close for number 2. That was a very
Number 2.
close for number 2, but I think number 2 just won it. The Total War series. Are you an RCS freak out there who likes to play strategy and RTS games? Well, this game is for you. Total War, Total War, Total.
And number 1.
We need a bigger thing for this. I need a drum roll. So can everyone tap their desks?
Tap the desk, guys.
Come on, guys.
We just did the as in you say it.
Do it again. Do it again. The number 1 game on the top 10 games by Christopher Bird is Grand Theft Auto / Red Dead Redemption because both of the games are totally awesome.
Wait,
that
those
was
are
a
your
letdown.
top 10 games?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you
Why is
missed
Tor
out
on
one
that list?
important. You missed out one important game.
Max Payne isn't on that list.
No, you missed one important game. The most important game.
Yeah.
We're waiting for you to say something.
Half-Life series.
They just say you've missed out the most important game. Half-Life series. Oh,
Yep.
but I've not
Why
actually
is
played
Tor on that
Half-Life
list?
series.
Well, then you're really missing out.
The thing is, I was never actually gaming during the Half-Life series. I started just before and just after.
Brett has a question about the Star Wars.
Yeah, why
game.
is Tor on that list?
Because I like Tor.
You got a subscription?
I had a subscription. That's why it's number
Had.
10. I didn't like it that much.
Ah.
Well, what
But
didn't you
still
like about
that
it?
much, but it's
I like
not.
the fact that Tor... Do you know what the problem is with Tor? Is the fact that it's an MMO. It's too much of a single-player game. What
It's
they've
like-
done is really, really horrible, but it's such a good concept. I like it. But the idea is they've pretty much made a single-player game and just thrown it in a world where there's 100 other people running around with you. And all they've done is made some of the quest impossible to do on your own. It's annoying because it's very hard to find people who actually want to do quest with you. But yeah, I like the
Forces
game.
you to make friends. And you hate that.
No, I
And,
hate that it forces you to make friends, as in it's impossible to complete the mission unless you make friends. However, there's no
Well,
one.
isn't that like WoW in a way? Like, huge boss or whatever?
The thing is, the only part of WoW that you actually have to have people to help you with is the end
Raids.
game. Yeah, and obviously and you don't even need it now because now you've got looking for raids, and that's just like slamming your face onto the keyboard until you do it.
Ugh.
It's like yeah, that's my top 10 list.
I smashed my face on the keyboard and my face hurts.
If you want to send us an email in with your most favourite game, then send it in to talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com. That's talkingthroughthehat@gmail. We've said that so many times during
Yes,
the
we have.
Yes, it's already on the screen, and I think people know it already.
According to Adam, they don't.
Unless
Garlic
it's
having a rage.
unless
Well,
Stop
it's
saying our
is
email
hat
address.
at gmail.com.
I'm judging that based on the amount of emails we had, which was a massive 2.
Well, everything starts with something small.
Maybe they just hate us.
And
Think
one
of
of
that.
the people, and one of the people have just directed the email not to talk through the hat. They directed it to me, so I don't even think they realised the podcast exists and just thought it was my personal email address. Cheers, Harry. Good old Harry. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
So you want me to ramble on about something for the last?
Yeah, we need
8
to think of a
minutes?
topic.
Since everyone loves
How about
my
my list?
terrible rambling.
Did you
Your
like
what?
my list? My
Huh?
list of games.
Oh yeah, Dalek, go through comment on Chris's list.
I'll copy and paste the list into the thing. I'll let you.
Alright
Okay.
then. Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell is a pretty good game, except the AI is very annoying, and it took me quite a while to complete because I got stuck through some of it.
What game
Annoying in what
were we
sense?
talking about? As in, is
The
that
Splinter
exact
Cell
you're
game,
talking
the
about?
first one, the like first ever one from 10 years ago.
Okay.
How is it
Um,
annoying? Like in what way?
I actually can't remember since it has been quite some time since I've played it, but it pissed me off, so I just stopped playing it. And then
Was
I
the
went
AI
back
too
to it.
good?
No,
Or too-
not the. I don't know what made me more annoyed. Oh yeah, I know why. Because I got lost in most of it. That's why, not the AI. The AI was pretty good for its time. But there wasn't an obvious route where to go on some missions. It's just like, okay, we're going up, and then we're going down. You know, don't really get it. And then James Bond. I've played a Nintendo 64 game of that,
GoldenEye.
which is The World Is Not Enough.
Oh.
Fairly good game. Battlefield and Medal of Honor. I've only played Battlefield 1942 and Battlefield 2 a long time ago. Fairly good games. And Command and Conquer. I only played that like once. It was cool.
It's a good game. I like Command and Conquer.
0 hours the best until I lost the disc, and it's like,
You didn't lose it. You gave it to Jake. Oh, I can't really say his name, can I? You gave it to.
no, you can. You can say Jake, but
Can
we
I
just-
say Jake? Yeah, you gave it to
No.
our good friend Jake.
No, it wasn't. No. I didn't give it to him. He scratched it.
Oh,
No. You are right. Sorry. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, it was actually Jake's brother.
oh.
And I was like, but oh well, whatever.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
loads and loads of people like probably sending emails. This is probably gonna be the most emailed topic, just from loads of Call of Duty fanboys saying like, why is it not number one? Or loads of people saying how Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 sucks.
Implying we're actually going to get any emails.
Yeah.
We will.
Anyway,
Even if I
so
have to
Call
make
of
fake ones
Duty.
up.
Call of Duty 2. It was cool. I played it. I don't know, nothing much. It was pretty cool and entertaining. COD 4, I didn't really like it that much since, well, I didn't really like the feel of it when I played a couple of games. And, you know, this is when I was playing at LAN parties and I was on like a low level and it just, you don't really have that much fun until
Oh, do you remember when you lost to me on Call of Duty?
Yep, I was.
Kicked your ass at a LAN party because apparently you were uncomfortable when we all had the same playing environment, which
Yep.
was a crappy school table. And
Yep.
then you kicked,
Oh,
then you
man.
kicked, then you kicked my ass at Quake. But anyway,
I love
moving on.
lamb pies.
Yeah, but then.
Lamb pies are amazing. Can we just fully comprehend how
Chris,
lamb
we need to high five the
change it for
microphones now.
Harry's.
High five the microphone.
Premates
we
18.
love?
No paintball, no go karts, LAN parties, mate.
Yeah, but Brett, you're the
Harry.
only one here that hasn't been to one.
I know I haven't. I'm quite saddened by
They are
that.
amazing.
Except
That was
I'm
like godly.
really not.
I drank so much Red Bull, I was ill, and like I had so much pizza and chips, I was ill. Everything about LAN parties makes you ill. However, it's fucking.
Well, not really, unless you do it like yourself. Like you just keep
Yeah,
eating.
but I remember
It's
you,
too
Dalek, on the
extremes.
first. Dalek, I remember you. Was it me and you that went to the first LAN party, Chris?
Yeah. That
No, I
wasn't
thought
my
that
fault.
was no, I thought that was what's his name? I forgot who's called.
No, that was when I met
Brian.
you. When I met you was with Jack.
Yeah,
No,
Jack.
That was the
right.
second time we went. Me and Adam went the first time together.
So you must have been there, Dalek, but we didn't. I didn't know who you. Yeah,
No, I'm saying, wait, was it the one afterwards that you went?
I went
Because
to. I
don't
went
think
to.
that
I
one.
went to the big game. What was it? 20.
22 or 21.
Two.
No, 21. It was 21.
I lost my badge to it. That's the thing.
Have you?
I lost one of them, but I got them hung up.
The badge is amazing. It's got the heavy on it. It's
So
got
much
the.
of-
Gordon
Right.
Freeman, whoever it is.
Because I am Gordon Freeman. Anyway,
That's
Um,
more Dan Freeman.
Yeah,
Okay,
overall, LAN parties are really awesome, and you should at least go to one. Unless you're...
but don't go to 2 because
Yeah.
you'll get bored and then the thing will wear off. Whatever is the novelty.
Yeah, just go to the first one because the first one, I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life. My first ever LAN party.
I do.
was
I
watching
was
Yaxley
6
videos.
years old when I went to the first one.
I was watching Yaxley videos. We're eating
And
Domino's.
it's funny because I look back at the pictures and every single monitor there was a shitty CRT screen.
You were 6 when you went to your first LAN party.
Yeah,
Dalek's gaming's in his blood.
yeah, it is.
He's like,
Oh yes, okay. I've got a conversation start. Hey, Dalek.
Yeah.
Why are you the apparent king of games? So as you were calling yourself pretty much the whole of last year.
Because sometimes I get a little bit lucky in games and I just make people rage and just own people and play the hell out of games.
Oh
That's
well,
weird.
maybe that wasn't really a
Yeah.
conversation
No.
starter.
That was
And
more.
that's just one statement. I mean, I don't have to explain. I just have to explain in a statement. That's it.
Dalek, why are you king of games? Because I own. That's
Because I own the games.
Good old Dalek and his owning of games. If you think you could beat Dalek in a
Guys,
video
you know
game,
this-
send us an email.
Guys, this podcast hasn't actually recorded.
What?
What? No, not again.
He's bullshitting.
Oh no, I'm trolling. Carry on.
Oh, good.
That was not funny, Adam. That was not
But
fair.
anyway, finishing off my thing I was going to say about Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2, it was fun. But it got boring eventually with all the noob tubes, and it took forever to join a server. No idea why. World of Warcraft, I played it 5 years ago. I sucked at it, but it's a lot easier now. But it's not that good since I had a trial, but I paid for it, and then I did another trial, and most of the quests I did was glitched. Because it's just like, okay, I'm trying to find where I'm supposed to go, but when you type it in and look it up on the guides, oh no, this quest is glitched. And it's like, oh
Oh.
great, I spent all that time for
I
nothing.
never had that problem.
And Total War, I've never played any of those games, but I should really. And Grand
Yeah, you
Theft
should.
Auto, and I've never played Red Dead Redemption. Grand Theft Auto 3, I played that when I was 5 years old. Wow, that was fun. And then I played Vice City, which was really awesome, but I never completed
Vice
it.
City's amazing.
And then San Andreas, which was really amazing because of the amount of interactivity, like going to bars, getting a girlfriend, um, upgrading and stylizing your car, and other cool stuff. And awesome voice acting too. GTA 4 sucked because it was badly ported and optimized for PC.
Oh.
I mean, it even doesn't run that well on my PC now. I mean, it runs on Adam's perfectly, apparently.
Yeah, it does, and I have like a much older and lower spec PC than you.
I have a friend
No,
called
you,
Nathan.
you have
and
to have a
worked on his
perfect PC. Like, spot on perfect. And
Yeah.
that's what I don't understand. But
My friend
hopefully...
Nathan problems with it, and he just rages.
hopefully
And it's funny because he sounds like this. He's like, "Oh no!"
You do know Nathan listens to these podcasts.
Oh, does he? This is for
Yeah.
you, Nathan. Oh no! Why does my Grand Theft Auto not work? For hell's sake! Oh, good on Nathan. I love you. Does that work?
I'm sorry, Nathan. He wanted to do it. I couldn't stop him.
That's a diss and kiss, man. That is
So
not-
yeah, are we all good to carry on for a little bit longer because we are exactly an hour in about 50 seconds.
We might as well just go on for another maybe 5 minutes or something.
Okay, do you want to start the last topic then, guys? Even though this has kind of been Brett's and everyone else's show, it seems to be like it seems to be. Brett, unmute your microphone. I want to hear the Hoover in the hallway.
It's a fucking Hoover right outside. It says recording, but no.
I can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
Okay, good.
Oh my God, Brett! Yeah. That's
Yeah.
everything.
They're
That's
weird,
charming
aren't they?
stuff, guys.
The way how Hoovers are being like scientifically developed to have like balls in them and stuff. It's like people are
like-
putting too much work. I feel like too much scientific effort is going into the study of Hoovers and like making them better.
But
we've
you know
got
what?
these-
You know what would make someone a lot of money? A quiet Hoover. Even though it's kind of impossible because you have to suck up.
You can't really get a motor.
Oh, here we go.
There it is. There's everyone. Let's take a minute to be quiet and hear the glorious sound of the Hoover.
What type of Hoover was it?
Dyson? Brett?
Was it Henry?
Oh,
Henry. Oh, Henry. They're the best type of Hoovers.
Got a
We
little
should make
face
a
on it.
Hoover podcast. We should. Ooh.
The old
see, this is-
Hoover I had was terrible. I mean, it sucked up
We talking about Hoovers.
really badly.
2012 Hoover podcast, officially sponsored by Henry Hoovers.
So the new Dyson came out yesterday.
How boring would a podcast on Hoovers be?
I don't know. Probably wouldn't be that.
Yes, Tim. So I heard you was inventing a new Hoover. Yeah.
I'd like
Are
to
you
listen to like.
recording or accenting?
No, I'm acting like an old man, so I'm discussing something boring, really.
Do you imagine a podcast about Hoovers would be conducted by hipsters?
Really?
We're doing it
Because
ironic.
no-
We're
no-
doing it ironically, of course.
Because normal podcasts are too mainstream. There's too many of
I
them.
could imagine like a hipster sort of Hoover podcast, and they're like, so in 2013, we believe the new Dyson Ball will be coming out. It's going to be legendary in the Hoover world.
Let's get it before it's cool.
It's
Unless
going to push Hoovers to a new level.
it's gonna suck up everything you want it to suck up.
Oh, wow. So, Brett, have you ever taken the Henry the Hoover and had a good Friday night of it?
No.
Yeah.
On that note, I think we should wrap up the podcast. So, Brett, do you want to do the honours?
Have you put a smile on the Hoover's face? A smile. on
Thing's
his
already
face?
smiling. He's got a big fucking cheesy grin and a massive nose.
Good Hoover. Good Hoover. Anyway,
Good
you've
Henry.
been listening
Good.
to Talking Through the Hat. Send us an email in through the many topics we talked about at talkingthroughthehat@gmail.com. You know how to spell that. If you don't, then go back to school.
If you don't, it's above your head, or above the heading thing.
Yeah, you know, you probably can see it
And in
anywhere.
the video, and we've
Well,
spelled it out
I
repeatedly.
don't see. Okay, how about this for a
Pretty much
future rule?
everywhere.
Only say it 3 times during the broadcast, because they can obviously see it.
Each. 3 times each.
Ah,
Well,
don't count
unless
it.
they're viewing it on
Good to go.
YouTube, but not iTunes. I don't know.
It's on our iTunes as well. I think anywhere that you look for podcast,
Yeah.
you can see it somewhere on that webpage you're on. Yeah, it's not hard
Point
to
is,
find. You
we're
say it
really
enough
quite
times.
lonely. We want some emails. Please send them in. Please respond.
Do you know what? I'm going to go to a dog adoption home. Every time you send us an email, I won't shoot one of the dogs. So, unless
Right, anyway, that's a wrap, guys. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Any final message you want to say?
The cake's a lie.
Okay, that's our like secret
stop
message.
using AOL emails. Change your emails, people.
And
Right.
that is it.
I am the greatest host known to mankind. There, I've said it.
Okay,
That's it. Bye.
goodbye.
That's it.
Thanks
Oh.
for listening.
Thanks
Thank you
for
for listening. Thank you for
Bye.
listening. My name's
Bye,
been
bye, bye.
Chris Burt. You've been listening to Talking for the Hat. We're out.